Us now is Greg Taylor. He's Chief Investment Officer at Purpose Investment. Greg, thanks a lot for joining us. I know you watch the crypto market very closely. Your firm, Purpose, has some crypto ETFs that investors can use to play and invest in the crypto market. What is your take on this explosive rally we've seen in Bitcoin late this year?
Yeah, it's quite remarkable how fast it's moved. I think heading into the election, we knew that both candidates were more pro-crypto than the existing administration, but I think everyone's been caught off guard a little bit of just how strong this move has been, and getting Bitcoin to the 100,000 level last week has been the big headline, and that's what everyone's been waiting for a little bit. But really, when you look at it, all these comments coming out of Washington are exceedingly pro-crypto, and those that have been on the sidelines thinking they're still just going to watch it and didn't really want to get involved for fear of regulation increasing. I think now you really don't have to worry about that for 4 years. That you know that you've got an SEC that's going to be positive on Bitcoin. You've got other partners of the other people at the White House are going to be very pro-crypto, and I think that's created a window that is really got an asset class going that's going to be too important to ignore for many investors.
Count me as one of those, kind of cynical about the space, and seeing David Sachs come in as SEC. Number one, how important is the appointment of David Sachs to the thesis of Bitcoin? And number two, any idea? I mean, Trump wants a strong dollar. He's strong-arming the BRIC countries, with threats of 100% tariffs. What is the ultimate vision that they have for Bitcoin? And, what are they going to do with it?
Yeah, I think you're right. And the appointment of the chair of the SEC is going to be huge. And I think what that is really just going to open the door for a lot more advancements in crypto, a lot more of the big banks getting involved in using it on their balance sheet and also trying to create innovations along that. And really, it was a big step because it took for a while. We launched the world's first spot Bitcoin ETF in 2021, and it took till this year for the U.S. to approve that. And it's been the most successful ETF launch in history, with the U.S. gathering almost 30 billion. So I think an SEC that's going to be very positive on crypto in general is really exciting. And I think there's going to be a lot of innovation along this, and also bringing more investors to the table. Your question on the dollar, I think is a great debate. And I think everyone keeps having that debate about just what does Trump want for the U.S. Early in the campaign, he was talking about lowering the U.S. dollar to try and spur on manufacturing, get the exports going. But really, when you look at all the stimulus measures he's got in place, it's certainly setting up that the U.S. economy is going to be the strongest in the world for the foreseeable future. And we're seeing that with currencies and really having an impact with the Canadian dollar getting smoked, the euro dropping also. And it's going to be hard to see how Trump will lower the U.S. dollar. But I think Bitcoin and gold in general is really an attractive asset class for a lot of investors that are still a little cautious about just central banks. I think central banks lost a lot of credibility during the COVID period. The amount of money printing that was going on and fiscal stimulus has really started to erode the value of fiat currencies. So investors are looking in their portfolios to try and find ways to have some protection against that. And I think gold was the original way to get access to that, but Bitcoin seems to be filling in a spot for investors as well.
If a more accommodating regulatory environment in the United States is a significant tailwind to cryptocurrencies, is it logical to believe that other crypto coins like Ether, for instance, will do well?
Yeah, I think so. First off, Bitcoin was the one that get adoption, and it's the easiest to get your head around because it's really just viewed as a commodity with supply-demand metrics out there. ETH and Solana and some of these other coins are a little bit further. You have to do some more research on, and I think the big thing that's going to get back at them is if we can get more developments on the blockchain around smart contracts, around NFTs and DeFi taking off, and that's really what you're participating in if you get involved in ETH or Solana or some of these other coins. And it does feel that with the regulation changing, that there is going to be a window for these coins to have some success. But this is more of a technology innovation, and Bitcoin is more of a, I guess we can use store of value concept right now.
Greg, hearkening back, Bitcoin and Purpose was pretty forward. You guys came out with BTCC. Was that in 2021? And we've been owning that, and that's been a great story. Do you anticipate new innovations coming out in the next little while, or are you happy with your suite of offering?
Yeah, and thanks for being a shareholder. And I think this is something that's welcome for a lot of investors. And certainly, we're always on the look for new innovations. We want to see what other coins are out there and whether we can add them to our suite to complement Bitcoin and Ethereum. The other thing we've been trying to do to advance it is trying to package up one-ticket solutions. So we've launched versions of Bitcoin and Ether where we write calls to generate an income on those. So those are yield share versions of this. But we're also just looking for different ways to have active management brought back into the crypto space. This seems like a sector that's going to be around for a long time, and investors probably need to have an opinion on it and figure out how it fits into portfolios. And trying to find risk managed solutions towards getting exposure to crypto seems like the next logical step.